Welcome to Live with Greg, or Live with Greg, depending on semantics.
Alright, so we're here with another episode of Live with Greg, and I'm here with Topaz.
Hey Greg, what's up?
I'm telling you, it's been a long time.
I know, I haven't seen you in, I don't even want to count the years, so how long was it? Like maybe 20, 25?
2006.
That's a long time.
Yeah, but we've stayed in touch here and there.
Right, because I got laid off in 2006. You too? Did you get laid off?
No, I left.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was mad that you left.
Wow.
Damn it.
That was... Yeah.
You had to do what you had to do.
I had to do it. Don't we all?
They were mad when I left. They had in the lobby downstairs, they had like a gathering.
Wow.
Like people were, even Tan's Cafe.
Really?
Remember Tan's? Ooh, I was thinking about his egg and bacon cheese on wheat.
Yeah.
That was good.
Oh,
it was.
Thought about
It
that.
wasn't good for you, but it was good.
It was good.
Oh my God.
So
what's up?
Boy, where to begin? So one thing, like I remember you were a practitioner of Buddhism.
Yes, I'm still doing it. I'm doing it's 38 years. I'm a district leader. In my, they practice in 123 countries, and I think it's 123, 124. But they practice, and so each place you have a district that you're in. So they have a district here, district in Central Santa Fe, district in Fairfax. It's different districts, but we're the region. We're the Redwood Coast region for North Sarasota. So I've been doing it for 38 years, and I love it. I love it more than when I loved it when we were at the radio station. I loved it, but I've grown with the practice, and that's the benefit, because things that I hear then, and it makes sense now. Like they say, the person that caused you suffering, you chant for that person. I was like, what? When I first started. But now it makes sense, because it changes poison in the medicine for you to not have attitude, for you to not have negativity towards that person. But it's hard. It doesn't happen overnight. Like, oh, I'm cool. Oh no. The more you chant in the activities that you build fortune, whatever activity you go to, or shakabuku is when you tell somebody else about the practice. So right now I'm shakabukuing who is ever listening. Nam yo ringekyo. Nam yo ringekyo. So everything, last night I had a meeting. It was info night. Info night consists of leaders, and the district leaders, chapter leaders. And one of the members got guidance from Danny Nakashima. He's a higher than higher. Yeah, he's a higher than higher, he's a king. So she was saying that he said to do as many activities as you can, because it keeps you young. And when you're happy, it does make you young. And you take all that stress and oldness off of you when you're happy, when you laugh. So he told her to do, the more activities you do, the younger you will be. And the more you work with the youth, you have youth around you, they'll keep you young. So you got youth around you, youngster.
So what are you doing for activities?
For activities, I do planning meetings for our district, because we have 2 meetings a month in my district. We have study meeting, which is the major writings of Nichiren Daishonin. We study that. I should have brought my book. And then we have our district meeting. So the district meeting consists of, we have an MC, we have a person that facilitates the study topic, we have a person that gives an experience, we have a person that reads President Keita's guidance, who is the president of the organization, Soka Gakkai International. And and then we have a guest leader that comes and does the final words. So I'm the district leader. So what I do is help I help members that aren't coming out, you know, and I keep them connected and let them know when is the next meeting. You can't make somebody come to a meeting, but you can chant for the person, you know, for them to be happy and for them maybe to come out. But, you know, a lot of people don't come out. And a lot of people don't chant. I love to chant. I did 10 hours last week. On Tuesday and Wednesday, I did 5 on 5. So next week, I'm going to do 6 on 6.
Damn.
And the way you feel, it's like you feel like Peter Pan's cousin.
Flying out the window.
Okay, seriously, you want to soar like this, man. So I just really, really, really enjoy it. And then, like I said, it keeps you young, makes you happy. You go through stuff. I mean, it's not like because I'm a Buddha, I'm just everything's perfect. No, it's not, Greg. No, it's not, G. It's not. What makes it so beautiful is that you change poison into medicine, but the more that you chant for what you're going through, you increase a fortune. Like I'm dealing with my parents right now, and it's a lot. I just, you know, my mom's in a memory care, and my dad looks like he's going to have to go soon. It's expensive, but it's also, it's challenging, you know, because they're my parents, and it's like, wow, it's deep. So I chant for their happiness. I chant for financial fortune. And financial fortune is, you know, for you to have money. You could chant for money. You could chant for women. Because I know, yeah, you're a Leo. So you could chant for love. You could chant for dynamic progress in your relationship. You could chant just for to be happy. Chant for the right job. Chant to be able to feel the way you feel. I chant it for this moment right now. To have confidence and courage. Can you tell? Yes, you can. And then to have a high life condition. To not be swayed, because there's so much going on in the world where you could get swayed by so much. I mean, it's so much. And this practice is medicine, because you could chant to be happy and not to be swayed. And like I said, it doesn't happen overnight. So that's it.
So has it helped you to like be able to focus on your parents' well-being as you're helping support them going through these?
Yeah, but I also have to check about, you know, focus on myself, because I find myself, I wake up, first thing I'm thinking about is them. First I'm thinking about this, doing this for my dad, doing this for my brother. And my brother struggles with mental illness too, but he's cool, he's okay. But it's a lot, and chanting for them, but I like what you just said, because I really have to give myself love and not forget about me and my needs and what I want, you know. Because there's things I want to do. I mean, I want to move, I want to travel. I want to go somewhere right now. If I was bewitched, it would be on. I'm serious. I'd be like, bye, G. I got to go.
My daughter's in Thailand right now, and she just saw the largest Buddha on the planet. It's laying down.
Wow.
Are you familiar with that?
No, I'm not. See, there's a lot of sects of Buddhism. This is Nichiren Daishonin, and all the members of the organization has, not all of them, because right now they're not giving out, which is what we chant to is a mandala is called the Gohonzon, which is a Chinese scroll and has Nam-myoho Renge Kyo down the middle of it. And that's what we chant to. We chant to the Myoho part, which is like an eye on the inscription of the Gohonzon. So it's all inscripted in Chinese. Chinese or Japanese, one of them. And that's what we chant to. And we have an altar, so we have fruit, green candles. We have a butsudan, which is called the house that protects the scroll. But right now they're not giving out the Gohonzon because of COVID and stuff like that. We're not even going to members' houses and chanting and meetings. We're doing everything on Zoom. We've been doing it on Zoom for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
So we're making it happen. But like I said, there's different sects of Buddhism, so there's a lot.
Right.
But this is the one that you could change carbon and change poison into medicine and get actual proof, G.
So what's some recent proof that you have?
Well, I'm going to tell you, when I first started practicing, I chanted to work at a radio station. I am serious. And that was 1989, something like that. And what was so weird about it, I was at a bus stop. I had just came from an interview from a black law firm. It was called Arnell and Hasty. And at the bus stop was a old schoolmate, Marcy. Marcy Garagosian. She was at the bus stop, and she was telling me she works at K-Fog. And I was like, really? And she said, listen, we have a receptionist position open. You should try out for it. I was like, okay. So the minute she told me that, I applied for the position. I got interviewed by 3 people, Doug Stern, Pat Klein, and Mark Silverstein, and got the job the same day. And was there for 15 years. Allah.
Yes.
Yes. So that's a benefit. Another benefit, my relationship with who I'm with now is just, I don't want to get too deep and tell my business. But I chanted for this relationship, and it's like, you could chant to be with Chris Brown, but that doesn't mean it's going to be roses and cherries.
Right.
You have to go through stuff. Yeah, well, anyway. So, but I love me some Chris Brown. But the thing, he's really growing up, and just seeing him on Instagram, I'm like, oh, hey! But
So
I feel like he's a
your-
son to me.
Okay.
I'm too.
So the partner you have right
He's
now
too
doesn't
busy
have
for
to
me.
worry.
I'm a little cool. So
Okay,
he's a youngster. He got go over there and pop your popcorn.
Go do that.
Yeah. So so the relationship is great. I mean, we're going through stuff. I ain't trying to tell my business, but you got to go through stuff with anything. Yeah. I mean, like, I did this internship with Breaker Nation, and I really enjoyed it. It's an app, and you just do it online. I mean, not online, on the app. So we had to listen to various artists, new artists, and there's a lot of hip hop artists, young hip hop artists. Some of them were, yeah, So we have to rate and give the stars, which was really, I really excited. I know how to write a review. Like, I can say, like, the texture was good, the background vocalist vibe was outstanding, her vocals were polished, so I really enjoyed doing that. But I love entertainment. I just love it. I mean, even when nighttime falls, because I have a beautiful television for 55 inch, but I just love the entertainment of, like, the Grammy Awards, the iHeartRadio, the BET Awards. I love entertainment, and this position, internship, really made me appreciate it even more, because I love entertainment. Because I worked at the radio, man. The radio station, too. Yeah. And met so many artists.
So, that
I even met Isaac Hayes and Barry White.
You did meet them?
At KMBR. They were at KBLX, and I hooked it up, even though I left the phone. Don't tell nobody. I went downstairs to the 9th floor, and they came upstairs, and Tony said, yeah, I want to meet Isaac Hayes and Barry White. They weren't together, but it was different times. Right. But Isaac Hayes walked through 11th floor.
Does Barry White really have that kind of voice?
Oh my God! And it's really sad that they passed away. But yeah, he was downstairs. He had to have a cigarette. So I went downstairs. He had a long little ponytail. I was like, Barry! It was off the hook. And Barry, remember they had the Circle Star?
Yes. Yeah.
And Barry performed there back in the day. And I went on stage. I had on this badass outfit. And don't say anything, but I sat on Barry's lap. And he sung to me. I even did with Marvin Gaye, too. Damn. So I know in their next life, they probably saying, where's Topaz?
Yeah. Miss her.
Okay. So go ahead.
Well, I got a question, because you just mentioned of their passing. So in your practice, the death, like, how's that viewed? So
I just lost a girlfriend that, oh my God, she's the same sign as me. She was a schoolmate, and I just found out she passed away. So it kind of touched me, and I'm really close with her daughter, and her daughter had stopped speaking to her mom. They cut it off, and I always gave her encouragement to not let her daughter have her space. She'll come back. And I was just texting her daughter last night. She said that was just getting ready to go and reconcile their relationship, and she's pregnant. But now the baby, something's going on with the baby, so she had to have a forced abortion in a couple of weeks. It's really sad. So she's going to have to move the stuff from mom's house. But back to what you were asking me, you chant for their happiness so they have a smooth transition and come back healthy and being where they want to be. When you chant for another person that's passed away, it increases your happiness. When they're happy, you're happy. Or when you're happy, they're happy, vice versa.
All right, so you said earlier about like the poison so in a way, like this young girl who has to abort her child and just lost her mom, we could say that's poison, right?
Right.
And so your chanting helps transform that energy.
Well, I'm chanting so that, because when you chant Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, it's touching everyone in your world, everyone, even if they don't chant. But she knows about Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. But it's helping you, and it's going to also help them. But you can't. I'm getting the fortune, but if they chant it, they get fortune too. But that's just my compassion. When you're a Buddha, I'm going to chant for that. I've had a lot of people deceased that passed. I lost a cousin several months ago. You chant for 45 days for the person, so they have a smooth transition, and and it's really deep.
And when did your friend pass?
Tuesday. I found out. I think Tuesday morning.
This week.
Yeah.
Just passed.
Yeah. And we used to have long talks late at night on the phone, talking shit and laughing. Is it okay to cuss?
Yeah, absolutely. You can say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
I just learned that Lenny, one of the twins, passed away.
Lenny who?
Freitas.
Lenny passed?
Yeah.
Not Lenny.
Yeah.
I just saw her at the gym. It was before the holidays last year, like September. Lenny?
Just a week or so ago. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Very sudden.
Who? Was she a twin with John?
No, remember Jerry? She worked with Jerry.
Oh, yeah, okay. They called them twins.
Twins, right.
Oh, my God. Do they know why or what?
It was a brain aneurysm.
Oh, my. She was an Aquarius, too.
I didn't know that.
Wow. And, they say about Aquariuses, my man's an Aquarius. Ooh. They say that...
That's not a good thing.
No, but they say, like for instance, I'm a Sag, and my trait is my hips. I can have problems. Like I had the accident at the job. Remember when I did the splits automatically and slept under my desk at KMBR?
That rings
Maybe
a bell.
you weren't there.
I don't know. I got there in 2001, I think.
I was there, but
yeah, you were there.
But yeah, so they say that Aquarius have a nervous system. They can either get an aneurysm or dementia or something. So I'm really chanting for my man every day because they're the sign, they're the genius of the zodiac. So they're always in their head. It's like, be down here. No, I'm just kidding.
Get busy. That's so funny to hear you say that.
I'm sorry.
No, you can. Nothing to apologize for.
Okay.
But you're such a vibrant energy. We did that video.
Oh, yeah, I was
with
watching that. That was great.
Right, and everyone talks about what a vibrant,
Leonard used to say that
uplifting
all the
energy
time.
you are. So to hear that you've partnered with someone who's all up here.
Well, that's why the benefit is this. This is the benefit. I'm a Buddhist of 38 years. He's been with this shit for 30. So that's his fortune. He doesn't realize it like that, but in my mind, I do. So I chant for him consistently and his family. I chant for his happiness. I chant for him, but I also chant for me too now. I have a thing that I chant for all these people. By the time I get to me, I'm exhausted. No, so I have to cut it. So I'm chanting. When I chant for me, right now I'm chanting for to have a high self-esteem, confidence in the Gohans, and trust in the Gohans, and wisdom for Kozen Rufu. Kozen Rufu is world peace. Kozen Rufu covers everything. 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 And just other things. I want to be successful with Breaker Nation. I want to be successful with voiceover actor, because I'm training for that now.
Awesome.
And I want to really do this music essentials, because I could just see myself at a record company sitting behind a desk with a nice suit on and just, hey! No.
Just working it. I like it.
Yeah, so, yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. Wow.
Yeah.
God, when did you hear?
Leonard shared it with me this last
Was it on Facebook? No.
No, I haven't, no.
God, I wish I could touch John. Well, you don't know details or anything.
I don't. No, I know she's
That's
married.
deep.
And
Yeah, because I just saw her. She was at the gym. She said, we're going to get together. She said she has to go. And she was going to meet her husband's family for the first time. And she wasn't going to be available till like October or something. But we never got back in touch. Oh, my God.
Well, that's part of our life, right? We pass on.
Yeah. Well, I'm living a long time because I got shit to do. I have a mission. Excuse me?
Yeah. Well, you look...
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You look great.
Thank you. Well, I eat well, too. I do a tablespoon of olive oil every day because as you get older, you lose, like, I think 60% of fat from your brain or something. So I've been doing that. I do, I chant, too. I also do vitamins. I do zinc. I do fish oil. I do selenium. I do potassium. That's all I can think of right now.
In the Buddhist sect that you're a part of, is diet,
No, it's just.
No, doesn't.
I mean, you kind of. I remember when I first started practicing, I said, "Well, I like to party," and one of the guys at the meeting, he said, "Party? That's what we do." Because when you're happy, you can party. Yeah. Excuse me. So it's not that you just go bingy. You do bingy. What you do, you put a kind of discipline on it, on how you do it, and the more you take out of your body, you put double back in it. So that's the way I look at it. Because my philosophy is, I feel like I look better now than when I worked at the radio station. Because I've seen some of my pictures. I'm like, who is that? But things get better with time. So.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, you look good yourself.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you still have your hair. Because if you came here bald-headed, I was going to be like, hell no, I'm not doing this show.
It's off.
With the earring and shit.
Maybe just
no, we not doing that today, G.
All right, so this could be touchy, but I just started last week. There's this course called Heal Thyself.
Oh.
And it's a woman, Reverend Bridge, down out of LA area. And it's for people who identify as white or light-skinned, etc. And it's about healing racism. And her premise is all white people are racist.
Oh.
But the way it is...
Come on now.
Is because we were brought up privileged in a system that's a racist system.
Okay.
So...
Wow. That's deep.
Yeah, so that's prevalent on my mind.
Okay. So...
What are your thoughts of...
Are you racist against me? No, I'm just kidding. I'm light-skinned. Damn it. No, well, I could have been racist a long time ago. But my mother, when I grew up, our first school that she took us to was around the corner in Marin City was called Richardson Bay. It's now called Martin Luther King, I think.
Yeah. I know. Yep.
So we went to school there, and my mother wasn't happy with the education there. So we went to private school, Mill Valley, to Covey School. And then after that, we went to Our Lady of Mount Carmel. And then when we got ready to, we were trying to do Marin Catholic, but for some reason it didn't happen. So we went to I went to Tam. My brother went to Redwood. One of my brothers. And so I was really kind of nervous to be around black people. Look, I'm whispering. What am I whispering for?
Exactly.
But I was really, I was uncomfortable, and I didn't get really comfortable till like 11th, maybe 12th grade, because I wasn't around those people those many of years. And plus, my mother was very articulate. She was a nurse, opera singer, spoke great diction. Like if we were supposed to say, she said, Kevin, time for. If we say, huh, she's like, huh, what do you mean, huh? You're supposed to say, yes, mother. I was like, okay. She even did that to my dad as well. And I was like, in a way it was good then, but you know, I can talk both ways. So, but I appreciate her throwing that out there. Wow, that's deep. Yeah. But you know, to each his own. Everybody have their own thing. So.
Well, like it seems right now our world, like we're just sort of with COVID, this whole thing with Roe versus Wade just went down. Black Lives Matter. And
then the thing with the teenager that went to the black store.
Right.
And shot up. He was 18, and it's like, okay, you 18, you should be having a book in your hand. But it's just sad, you know, with the youth. But, you know, he shot up because he didn't like black people.
Right.
That's deep.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Right.
And maybe he was raised around just white people, and maybe, you know, there's people out there that say don't talk to black people. Like sometimes I'll go to the store at CVS, and a little white baby or something will stare at me like, what are you? Like she needs a she haven't seen this color before. Right. I mean, seriously. Or, you know, I remember one time in Sausalito when we used to call Big G Super. My mother, we used to shop there all the time, and there was a baby in a basket, and so the baby. So I was walking down the aisle, and I walked past her, and the baby kept staring. I did like this, and the baby started hollering. She just hollered, like even when I got to the checkout, you could still hear the baby in the back hollering. So I just looked at her like that, like, what you, I was a child. So.
Right.
But yeah.
Does your practice give you hope? Like, it seems like there'd be a lot.
Well, you know, this practice, I wish I would have brought my thing. Wish I had a butler. Could you bring my...
Jeez.
Okay, bring my shit. So, we practice to get along with others regardless. Diversity is brought up in our publications. Well, you know, everyone, we look at it this way, everyone has a Buddha nature, you know. And prejudice is out there. It's nothing we could do to change it. But all we could do is have a high life condition and show our Buddha nature. And not having an attitude because somebody act this way, because that's not changing the world. If you're going to be swayed by another person's negativity, and that's even in general, and this is what this practice teaches you, to have a strong life force, to have strong faith, have the sword of faith, to not be swayed by negativity, because it's right in front of us, you know, and it's really... I'm glad that I practiced, because when I was a Christian, it wasn't working for me. It just, I mean, I'm not knocking y'all, but it just was, it just makes me happy. It brings out your fullest, highest potential. I mean, seriously. Like working at the radio station, for me to be in the front, I used to be shy. Shut up. I was shy as hell. Excuse me? I'm serious. I didn't talk, didn't laugh, just shy, like really introverted. Could you imagine?
No.
Shut up! But I was really introverted, and this practice opened me up to possibilities for me. Look at me now, I'm on tour.
Yeah.
But it just, and as I, you know, like they say, you get better with time, vintage, and it's like, I'm like old wine, baby. So,
So you're definitely looking at your future with bright eyes.
Oh yeah, I've been
like,
with yeah, definitely. With who?
bright eyes, like the future's bright.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
a welcoming thing.
Yeah, regardless age and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Age is just a number, baby.
Yeah.
So it's all about the mindset. So you can make yourself. I hate when people say, "Oh, you know how it is when you get old." I don't know how it is because I am not old. Excuse me. You're as old as you want to be. So
I believe that's what.
yeah.
Yes.
So
All right.
yeah.
Well.
Anything else you want to touch on?
Ah.
Oh, so I'm doing voiceovers.
Yeah. What's
I've
up?
been doing it off and on for several years, and I'm almost getting ready to make my demo. And I'm really, really, really enjoying it. But it's a lot of voiceovers, like pivoting, real person, spokesperson, different. And I didn't know all this was involved with this. And I'm really, really enjoying it. When I use my voice, I feel so happy. It's like a high. It's like when I chant, because I chant 3 hours a day. Unless if I go out and have a little hangover. But I won't do it all together. But yeah, I really, really enjoy it. And I'm really going to pursue it because I want my voice to be on television so you could hear it. So
It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
The school that you're,
Voice One.
and are they going to help?
They
place
help
you?
me with
Like-
the demo and they will give me agencies on where I can sign with.
Awesome.
Do you know any good agencies?
I know there's a voice board online.
Oh,
that's-
really?
Yeah, I'll email it to you.
So you don't know anything about stars or?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
You should do voiceovers.
Well, I'm going for camera work.
Oh, work it. Go for it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
seems
What do you
like
mean camera work, like
I want to
photo
be in
sessions?
front, like for acting and
Oh, I could see you acting because you're a Leo. Leos love entertainment. We
Yes.
love to act.
yeah.
So we're we always have to be the center of attention. I'm sorry, because when I go with my friends or even my man, he knows I'm busy. So I'm not a librarian. I'm not an introverted librarian. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can you have fun being introverted?
I know it works for some people.
Yeah, I don't know how, because this could not, it doesn't help me. You know what? I'm not trying to be funny and change the subject. Up on that hill up there,
Yeah.
they've had sheep. And the thing about it, the sheep aren't there now. But then you hear them at night, but then where are the sheep? Somebody texted me and said, "Are you still counting sheep?" Shut up.
That's brilliant.
I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know if they take them to the fair. I don't know what's going on. But there's like over 100 sheep, and that sound they make, I cannot stand it.
Really?
Oh, you like it?
Well, I'm not around it much.
I haven't been around it much either, but then I was like, ooh, okay, they do make noises. So.
What time do you wake up to start?
Okay, well, this one I was so excited about this whole little session. When I have to do something in the morning, it's hard for me to, like if I wake up and go to the bathroom, I can't get back to sleep. But I take melatonin, that's, I get from Pharmaca and Novato, they make their own. If I take a couple of drops of that, I can go back to sleep. But for some reason, I woke up at 3 and I hear cars. This is one car I hear at 3, and that lets me know it's 3. But then when I hear a couple more, then it lets me know it's 4:30. So it's really a trip. So a good night, I usually wake up like 5:30 or 6.
And you chant in the morning?
Yeah, I have to do that in the morning because it gets me. Where you going to chant? So, and it's really interesting because I really love to chant, and it really gets me off. I mean, it helps me to think. It helps me have a different mindset, more direction, excitement, and I love chanting before I get ready to go out. Oh my God.
Does your partner, your man, does he like going out with you?
He does,
That's
but
good.
he's not a go-outer too much.
No.
We don't live together. But the thing is that I like to dress up, even if I'm going by myself, and go out, go have dinner, sit at the bar, work at. I'm not trying to, catch and all, because I already got my catchy.
Yeah, But
And
have
I
fun.
love my catchy.
Have
So,
fun.
but I have fun, and you just feel so good, you know. When I get in my car, my nails are done. Have my little martini. You have to have a martini. Have your nails done. Do not have a martini. Your nails is fucked up.
All right.
I'm talking about women.
What if there's some guy that's all fucked up?
Or if his are dirty and shoot
Yeah,
off. No.
yeah.
Well, you better get a can and drink some beer.
You're in the wrong bar.
You drinking the wrong drink, buddy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So,
All right.
yeah.
Well, is there anything that we haven't talked about?
Yeah. So, what is your favorite meal? What do you like to eat? Do you still? I think you told me along, but I can't remember. What do you eat? Are you vegetarian?
Vegan.
Oh, you were a vegan then, right?
I don't think I would. No.
Do you feel vegan-y?
Well, what I'm against is the pain that animals go through for the mass production of food. So, like,
Okay.
if you're a hunter and you have food, I'll eat it.
Okay.
And also, if I'm a guest at someone's place and that's what they're serving,
Right.
it's, it's all right.
Okay.
But
Yeah, well, I like to. I'm not vegan, but I've kind of stopped eating red meat because my dad's neurologist. I was with him on an appointment, and she said red meat causes dementia, and she says chicken does too, even if it's skinless, I guess. But I try not to do because I noticed that after I eat chicken, I be like I'm PMSing. So I don't really do too much chicken, but I do a lot of seafood. They have this great Chinese restaurant over in Northgate too. It's called Ping's, I think. Oh, you have to try it. Oh my God. It's over by FedEx and the donut shop. It's a Starbucks over there too. Northgate
okay,
too.
I know. Oh,
Where
I know
Safeway
what you're
is.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's that Mexican burrito place.
Yeah, they have that there.
Yeah.
It's AT&T over there, Xfinity and all that.
Yeah.
They have breaded, it's called honey garlic breaded sole seafood. It's
I
so,
think I ate there once.
Really?
It was good.
oh my God, but they're closed for a week, so don't go there today.
Okay, well, that's
No, they close tomorrow till the 6th.
Oh. Is that family?
Okay, I can't answer that right now.
Okay.
It's the caregiver.
Okay.
So yeah, I love to make greens, collard greens. I love to make butter beans. You ever had butter beans?
Not that I know.
Oh, butter beans, baby, are really good. I do a lot of Swiss chard and greens and kale. Because I'm nature. Sagittarius love nature. I could go out there and eat that tree right now.
You like broccoli?
You'd be like, Topaz, calm down. Yeah.
You just need to
What's
stop.
wrong with her? She's climbing a tree. No, so I like broccoli too.
Yeah, what about fruits? Fresh fruits?
Oh, I love watermelon. I have fruit with everything I eat. Everything. Because when I had my nutrition class at College Man, the teacher said, eat fruit with everything you eat. So I eat fruit when I have sex. No, I'm just kidding. So I do.
That just reminded me. Did you see that movie where she demonstrated oral sex with the grapefruit?
What movie was that?
Jada Pinkett Smith was in it, and what's the woman who lives in Compton, and she blew up. She was with
what's
Kevin
the name
Hart.
of it?
Oh, Girls Trip.
I never saw that movie.
Oh, you'll like it.
Was it at a movie theater?
It was. I think it's like 5 or 8 years old.
Oh, okay.
It's like it was funny, and
I've
and
never
what's her
seen
name?
it.
What's her name?
In Compton.
She's no the
Queen Latifah?
no Tiffany Haddish.
Oh, okay.
Tiffany Haddish.
She's a Sagittarius.
I think she's the one who did the scene that she demonstrated oral sex on your man, and she had a grapefruit.
Oh, I think I remember seeing something like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jada Pinkett, how'd you feel about that? The awards.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I no, because I was with my family and the TV. My daughter, who's in Thailand, was house sitting, and we couldn't get the TV to work. So he was online. But this is what we did, because we were checking it out online and keeping up. And when we heard it happen, we went on Twitter
And looked
and
at
saw the video from Japan, because the feed from Japan didn't bleep out when Will was swearing, "Keep your motherfucking," like we. So
They didn't have it on there. They bleeped it out.
they bleeped it out in the United States,
Oh,
but
okay.
in foreign countries, it.
Oh,
the
okay.
feed
That's
had it.
deep.
Yeah. So how do I feel about that?
When I saw it, I was like, maybe this is an act. It was because I was like, no, he didn't. And then when he kept opening his mouth more and more, I'm like, shut up. But I couldn't believe it. To this day, I still don't. But Chris Rock is is an Aquarius. So that's why he's cool as fuck.
Well, I thought he handled it.
He was
very
Aquarius.
professionally.
He handled it like
Like
an
a
Aquarius would handle
right.
it. They smooth as silk.
Right,
Smooth.
and the show
They don't
kept
show
going.
emotion. They don't show emotion.
I wish that, I think, you know what I think's most important? That the two of them worked it out and the rest of us shut up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, stay out of their business.
and I think that
even
banning
if it
Will
never
Smith from
happens,
the Oscars was
if it
ridiculous.
yeah, that
I
was-
think that's
that was
stupid.
embarrassing for black men.
That's
Shit.
just embarrassing.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. You're a grown ass man. You acting like you're 5 years old. So
Well, someone said the professor, and God, I'm not remembering names. Anyway, I've heard this professor gentleman say he knows both of them. They're both good people, and he thought it just showed that Will's definitely under some serious
stress.
pressure. Yeah.
And that's not good because that like in this Buddhist practice, you can change your destiny. The reason I started practicing because my mother and father argued. They argued so much when I was little, and I could still hear it. And it was mostly my mother. My daddy didn't really fight back with it verbally, but my mother, I could hear her, and it's like that was one of the reasons. The person that shakabuku me, she said, "You can change your destiny." I don't want to be in a relationship and arguing. I don't want to, because I can go there, but it's not healthy. What is that doing? Also, they said dementia, you argue and get yourself all uplifted mentally, that causes shit.
Yeah.
So that's why I started practicing, because I don't want to have that kind of behavior, you know?
Yeah.
I want to be polished. I want to be smooth. I want to be, okay. I want to be like, okay, what you want? What you need? Where you at? Where you going?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah.
How's your relationship with your mom?
It's kind of deep, because I see that it's getting worse. She's at a memory care in Petaluma.
Okay. Just a sec. I'm going to go
Okay.
close that door real quick. Do you need to get that? Are we
No.
done? You're
Yeah.
good? You're okay?
Yeah, so I just got a text. My dad doesn't want to go to the doctor or take a bath. How can you not? I guess at 92 don't want to take a bath. But they said that's a lot to do with the dementia and the Alzheimer's. They don't want to take a bath. But he smells terrible. It's just, I don't know what to do. But eventually I'm going to have to have him, because I can't, it's a lot. So. But what were we talking about?
About your relationship with your mom.
Oh yeah,
She's
it's
in
good.
memory.
It's good.
Does she know who you are?
Yeah. She still thinks she's gonna go home and stuff like that. It's just sad, but she's in a better place because it was out of control before. So, and I have to give myself credit too, what I made happen and things that I had to do to get her, in the right place.
In a safe, healthy
Yeah.
place,
Yeah.
right. Did your parents remain together?
No, they're divorced. They've been divorced for years. So, yeah. But I've kind of come to the conclusion: if you don't want to go to the doctor, what can you do?
Right.
So I can't.
Yeah.
And the safe team, they even said that they can't make him. So he doesn't want to go. Well, and I think a lot of elderly, when they get elderly, they either stop taking their medicine or they just give it. I call it giving up.
Yes, I agree.
So
That's
and
what we don't want to do.
I'm not giving up on
No.
shit. I am not giving up. I mean, like, relationships, you go through stuff, but I know a couple of people like, girl, I'm going to, yeah, but that's not helping. You're not changing nothing because you're going to run into the same thing. You're going on tour with your same shit.
Yeah.
So change it where you are right now and see the fortune arise like the sun. Ah! You know what? I can't wait. I can't wait till the holidays get here.
Really?
August through December is my favorite months.
Wow.
I love them because August is Leo month. I love Leos. September is like fall's getting ready to come, and then the time's getting ready to change. I like when it gets cold and it gets dark early. Oh yeah. And then Halloween I love.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Because that lets me know that my birthday's November 25th on Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I was born on Thanksgiving night at 11:03. After they had Thanksgiving dinner, my mother and them, I guess they were in the bed, and I decided, like, y'all not, I'm ready to come out. All that
Give me
food you
something
gave
more.
me, all that food you gave me, I think I'm ready to come out and party. So, and then December, I just love Christmas so much. I start decorating before my birthday. I just love the lights. I'm a light person. I love lights.
Have you ever gone up to the house in Nevada, the Christmas
No,
house?
I've heard about. I'm gonna go this year.
If they're doing it.
Oh,
'Cause,
why? Because of COVID? Or?
Right, well, last time I was there, they weren't letting, no, they were letting people in the house, but the gentleman who primarily did it was getting older and it was hard.
Oh. It was an older person doing it
Well, he
that
was-
lived in the house.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, and then with COVID, that of course shut things
Maybe he
down.
got it, or
No, I think that just like
because of the people.
yeah, people were going.
Is it a
out.
big house, like a mansion?
No, it's like just a regular
Oh.
suburban house, but it is decorated inside and out, and you could go through their house.
Oh, you could go through their house.
Yeah.
That's why I go. Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's what.
Oh.
It was amazing. You would.
Oh
love
my
it.
God.
And there's that store in San Rafael that's all year round Christmas store.
I don't know.
You
what
don't know
store.
that? So if you go down 5th Street, and then it goes into like this neighborhood.
Are you talking about D? You're talking about D Street, right?
No, it's 5th Street, and it dead ends. It seems like it's going to dead end, but it doesn't. It goes into the section of San Rafael. I forget what it's called.
Miracle Mile? No.
No, it's like up
Gerso
from the-
Park?
No, it's
Okay.
no. Other side of San Rafael, like north side of San Rafael. But it's this nursery, and the nursery has this one section that's like all Christmas, like decorations, lights, animated things, music.
Wow.
That's
Maybe
right.
they'll have it this year.
They do. Like
Okay.
I went there just recently. 'Cause I
Oh,
love it.
so I can go buy lights now?
Yeah.
No, wait. I want the address. What is
Alright.
it called? Christmas store?
I would have to-
Please
I'll
text
get-
me.
Yes, as soon as are we done? Maybe we're done.
Okay, yeah,
We're
we're
done.
done. Peace out.